Hey, we went to pull in West Virginia yesterday and tried out Spirit of Deere Power. I'd been putting up some videos, mostly called working on the old puller or something to that effect. Anyhow, we went up there and tried them out, and I wanted to hurry up and put up a little video just showing how that went. I'm going to put up a more complete video about the pull up there maybe tomorrow, but right now I just want to put up a little quick video showing how things worked on running the Spirit of Deere Power, trying it out up there on the sled. And anyhow, like I say, got some good footage of some local fellas up there with some of their machines and stock and otherwise, and antiques, and I'll have that up tomorrow. Met some really fine folks, and I'll tell you about that in tomorrow's video. Anyhow, this is it wasn't real pretty runs, but well, here, let me just show you.
Who put that there?
So the 75 open class, Bill Brown takes first place at 242.81. Paul Barber takes second at 215.86.
Well, we were able to try the tractor out. Runs weren't that pretty, but told us what a couple of things we need to change. Need more front end weight in the one class, but we had all we could put on front. So we have an adjustable drawbar. We can make it even a little bit shorter legally, and we will probably shorten it up, and I might even lower it down a shade just so we are able to keep the front end down and be more controllable. But that track was pretty gummy. It was taking some power, and probably a lot of tracks wouldn't be that out of control in the lake class. And we want to check and see if there was too much water going in, because it might have been a little heavy on the water. You might need to lighten up on that, and that you can get them to run a lot better if you get the water just right. So to do that, I got to yank the hood off and take the exhaust pipe elbow off and look at the exhaust wheel on the turbo, and I can kind of read that and see by looking at it if it's too much water or not enough or just right. So I'll show you that in a minute. Let me get the hood off here. Hey, we got the hood off. I need to take this clamp off and this bracket, and we'll get a glance at the wheel. See, this turbo exhaust housing on a turbo, it's a little bit larger than, it's a different one than I was running before when I was running this tractor. This is a divided housing, so I think that it's still a little bit larger. That means it would be turning the turbo a little bit slower than the other one I had on there. We might just switch housings and spin the turbo up a little bit more. It wasn't, the other one was not a divided housing, but it did squeeze the exhaust tighter, and I believe it spun the turbo faster. But I'll check the wheel, see if we got too much water or what, and we'll make a decision there, whether we turn down the water or get a put the other housing on there and spin the turbo up a little better. So, okay, we got our exhaust elbow off. Now we can look at the wheel. Let's look up inside there. It's see how it's solid black all the way to the tips with soot on it. It means it's run a little cooler than I like. For the when the water's exactly right, what I like to see is the outside of the fins, like the last 3/8 or 1/4 inch of fin that you can see, to be not have any soot on, to be totally clear, to be just see the metal, not see any soot. So it is running a little cool. We could dial back on the water some, and I think it would get us performing a little bit better, have a little more get up and go, run a little crisper. So I'm either going to dial back the water, or I may run it one more time with this housing on, and just, I didn't get to see what boost I'm putting out. I have to put a my GoPro on there, and so I can record what the boost and everything is when I run it. And if the boost ain't 60 or something, I'll probably switch the exhaust housing, because I want my boost up a little more than just 40. So anyway, we're going to do some fine tuning, and when we get it right, it should run pretty good. Now look inside of this one, you can see, this is the one I ran on it years ago, last time I ran that tractor. You can see the outside edge of the wheel on the fins is clear. It was running hotter, less water. You want to get your exhaust temperature the right temperature. You don't want it too hot, but you don't want it too cold either. This one was running pretty close to the right temperature. It could have been running a little hotter if you wanted to live on the edge, but anyway, it was running good that way. So we'll try to tune the tractor now till we get the exhaust wheel looking a little more like this one. Well, that's the way you want to go with the water when you're starting out with a new setup. You want to go heavy with the water. Make sure you don't run too hot and blow your turbo off or melt a piston or something. So we did it the right way. Now we just got to dial it back a shade till we get it exactly where we want it, and we'll run good from there. Yep.